evening, folks. It's Donal Ward McCarthy here with 311 Realty, bringing you your update in July. We're looking back at the stats that have been released for June, but of course we're going to discuss the recent rate hike on July 12th of another 0.25 variable rate increase. We're now at 7% in our variable rate with the Bank of Canada. What I want to do is kind of bounce back between the more macro perspective of what the government want to do in regards to our housing market, and also we're going to show how that's reflecting in our local Toronto numbers in regards to real estate. So let's jump in. So number one, this is our demand here in Toronto. We had a very frothy spring market indeed, multiple offers in the freehold market particularly, a lot of buyers getting fatigued, including our own, having put their hand out for multiple offers, making offers and losing out ultimately. And we've seen that fatigue where buyers have kind of stepped back. Another rate increase, of course, doesn't help the buyer mentality, their psychology in regards to wanting to buy. Now, maybe that will change with the increase in supply and prices coming down. More on that in a second. But looking here at the demand from May until June, we had a 17% drop in terms of our buyers wanting to get out there and purchase. Now, in terms of supply, we have had a good strong increase of supply, up 4% from May to June. And that is, when we look at what the Bank of Canada are doing, they're telling us that they want to decrease inflation. And yes, that is a component of what they're doing. And, they're quite happy to push us into a recession to quell our market, but it's really not working. So they're kind of caught in a bad spot here. But what really are they trying to do possibly is all the investors, let's say, who purchased at super low rates, all the people who purchased, their rates were locked in at super low, those terms are coming up. They want to put pressure on that market, or those people, to hopefully trigger more sales, increase in supply, decrease in price. Some are arguing that that is their primary goal here because when you increase interest rates, and they have to do it for sure to try and get a hold of inflation, but they know it, we all know it, that shelter is one of the largest components of components in our CPI index, which equates directly to our inflation. So that shelter, whether it is rent costs or whether it is mortgage costs. I heard it put very well recently by one economist. They're sucking and blowing at the same time, right? A bit of a catch-22. So listings up here, they hope to increase this number of listings, and they may bring some buyers back into the market too once buyers start to see the prices come down. And indeed, last month we did see prices drop at 1%. Now, those expecting a crash in our market, unless I think, if the Bank of Canada were to increase rates rapidly again, been told there's another rate hike in September, and they're telling us, and the indications that they're saying is that they'll hold that as long as they can, likely until middle of next year, and then if they feel they can, they will start to drop things again. So that's what we're being told. But prices dropped to 1% last month, so we'll see what the effect of the rate hike in July is when we're talking in August. The other factors that we look at here, and it's interesting, my team looks at this weekly, we look at the absorption rates. And absorption rates are a fantastic way of telling us where the market is almost at that moment, a snapshot. Basically what it does is, you can see here in condominiums, we calculate how many condos sold in the last week. So you can see here, first week of July, 173 condos sold. Whereas at that moment in time there were almost 4,300 condos available. So if stuff sold at the same rate, we have 24 weeks of supply. On the housing side, we had 17 weeks of supply. Now look how much that has jumped. Over 100% jump on the housing side, the freehold side, and a good strong 60% jump there in the condo side in regards to the absorption rates. So that tells us that the market, there's increase in supply, okay, and that will definitely have a rate, particularly when we see the buyers, pulling back from the market a bit, and that dropped 17% from May to June, likely again some factor in July. That will definitely bring our prices down somewhat in certain areas. So there you have it, folks. There's my synopsis of where we are in our economy. Donal Ward McCarthy here at 311 Realty. Any questions at all, if you want to talk about your local market, reach out to us. Thank you. Ciao.